Make it sound more miserable, even more miserable. Say that in our Fengyang County, the rivers flooded this year, the fields yielded no crops at all, the people are so hungry they've started eating tree bark.
But sir, under your governance, Fengyang County has enjoyed perfect weather and is so safe that no one picks up what's lost on the road. The rice in the granaries is almost rotting from being piled so high. Why write it so miserably?
You don't know a damn thing. Who is the current emperor? That's Zhu Chongba, the most paranoid man around Hu Weiyong Lan Yu. These meritorious officials, when old Zhu starts killing, he doesn't even blink. If I seem too capable, I might just end up as a victim of his blade.
So you're deliberately making Fengyang sound this miserable? To play dumb and stay safe?
Smart. That's why this memorial must be written this way. To be an official under old Zhu, you must learn to cry poverty. The poorer you are, the safer you'll be.
Sir, the memorial is finished. I'll go ahead and submit it then.
Go ahead, go on. "3 years. Since I traveled back to the Ming dynasty, it's been exactly 3 years. Relying on that damn system start and those 3 lousy books it gave me, I've been working on infrastructure and training the militia. It wasn't easy, but I finally managed to turn this dirt-poor Fengyang County into the land of plenty it is today. This damn system. For 3 years, aside from giving me those 3 books, it hasn't made a sound, just leaving me to guard this small county."
What does it actually want? Forget it. Jubiao just died. If I stand out too much right now, it won't be a good thing. Before Judy starts the Jingnan rebellion, I better just stay under the radar and not do anything stupid, or it'll be miserable if old Ju notices me.
Biao passed away too soon. Yunwen is still so young.
He won't be able to handle.
Those old foxes in the imperial court. Your Majesty, this is the soup the princess brewed for you. She asked you to take care of your health, and not to grieve too much.
Go tell Schwanner I'll visit her after I finish my official duties. Those bastards, 9 out of 10 houses are empty. The people are destitute. What on earth is this Fengyang magistrate doing? How could he let my ancestral home turn into such a disaster, this incompetent official? If I don't execute him by 1,000 cuts, I'll have failed the folks of Fengyang and the ancestors of my Zhu family. Someone prepare the carriage. We're going back to Fengyang.
Grandfather, he's just a low-ranking magistrate. Why get so angry and make this trip yourself?
My ancestral home has been turned into a complete mess by him. If I don't see with my own eyes his head roll, I won't be able to let this go. What's going on?
Grandfather, what's wrong?
Stop the carriage.
The memorial says Fengyang is poor and barren. The people are suffering. Why is this road built so straight and wide?
Grandfather, I actually think this is not hard to explain.
Oh, tell me more.
This Fengyang County magistrate must know, Grandfather, you care deeply about your ancestral home, and might send someone to inspect it any day, so he used embezzled funds to build such a flashy but useless road for your arrival.
That way, as soon as the imperial envoy reaches Fengyang and sees this smooth road, he will naturally think the area is well governed.
You have a point. If it's truly as Yunwen says, his crime is even worse.
Grandfather, I think this road is built so meticulously it doesn't seem like it's just for show.
Lingxuan, you're just too kind-hearted. You think too highly of people. These corrupt officials are very cunning.
Once we're inside Fengyang County, we'll find out the truth.
Master, someone is blocking the road ahead.
Who dares to block the official road?
Look, Grandfather, they've set up a checkpoint before even entering the city. This Fengyang County magistrate is truly lawless.
Who are you?
We're from the Fengyang County office, the railway department. Lord Lin has issued an order. All out-of-town carriages entering the city must use the dedicated carriage rails.
Carriage rails. What is that?
This is something unique to our Fengyang County, and your carriage needs to be fitted with special wheels.
What rails? I think you just want to squeeze us for tolls?
Nonsense. Changing to special wheels for passing carriages is Lord Lin's command. We don't need to use this as an excuse to ask for money.
Changing to special wheels for free?
Lin Feng is actually quite... However, each person needs to pay an entry fee of 100 coins, or you can't enter the city.
I knew it. I thought this Lord Lin you mentioned was a good official in the end. He's just another corrupt official making up excuses.
What an eye-opener. Before even entering the city, we've already paid this magistrate quite a bit.
It seems.
Lin Feng has embezzled a lot in Fengyang.
Stop talking nonsense. Without these entry fees, where would these carriage rails come from? And the free special wheels? You don't know anything, so shut up, cutie.
What did you say?
Sir, this is the entry fee for the few of us.
At least you have some sense.
Boys, get to work.
Ling Xuan, why did you pay?
Grandfather, please calm down. Since this Lin Feng dares to ask for money so openly, we might as well go in and see for ourselves.
Fine, I'll listen to you this time. It's so easy to lift a carriage.
This is called a jack. It's also Lord Lin's invention.
Don't be fooled by its size. It can lift 1,000 pounds.
What's the use of changing wheels? Can it really run faster than a horse? How is this carriage practically flying?
So fast, I'm afraid even the best horse couldn't reach such an incredible speed, and it's not bumpy at all.
He knows a few clever tricks and uses them to amass wealth truly audacious. Once we enter the city, I will definitely take Lin Feng's head. This is the place described in the memorial strewn with the bodies of the starved. Fengyang, where the people's lives are miserable, Grandpa. This Fengyang magistrate might have known you were coming and specifically found some people to put on a show for us.
Royal brother, look at the expressions on the people's faces. Every one of them looks full of spirit. They don't look like people forced to act in a play.
Right in the middle of the road.
Standing such a dark iron pole.
What is it used for?
Hey there, young master. You don't even know what this treasure is for, do you?
Of course I know. Isn't it just a decoration?
You must be joking, young master. This is called a street lamp.
Street lamp?
Don't tell me it can glow on its own.
That's right. Whenever night falls, it will light up by itself. When that time comes, the entire Fengyang County will be as bright as day.
Lighting up without any fire. Do you take me for a 3-year-old child? How could there be such a thing in this world?
It's actually lit up. All of Fengyang is...
Our Lord Lin said these electric lamps use electricity to produce light. It's a livelihood project for the benefit of Fengyang's people.
Electricity is actually so miraculous, it's 100 times better than candlelight.
Something as shocking as electricity. Why have I never heard of it? This Fengyang magistrate. Just how many more unheard of talents is he hiding if this were used across the whole country? Wouldn't every night be like day? It would make life so much easier for the people.
Grandpa, you've been traveling all this way without eating a single bite. You must be starving by now. Why don't we find something to eat nearby?
Royal sister, the things sold at these roadside stalls have always been unsanitary. What if Grandpa gets sick from eating them?
It's fine. I also want to have a taste of the delicacies in Fengyang County. Let's go look around.
Step right up.
Don't miss out.
Fengyang's unique delicacy, golden open-mouth laugh.
It's a real treat.
This golden open-mouth laugh sounds quite interesting. Let's go have a look.
Sir, would you like a serving golden open-mouth laugh is a famous delicacy here in Fengyang. If you don't try it, you haven't really been to Fengyang.
Sir, this golden open-mouth laugh you mentioned, give me a serving to try.
Grandpa, you can't. What if you get sick from eating it?
It's just a little snack. What's there to be so alarmed about? Sir.
Coming right up.
1 serving. Here you go, sir.
You bold peasant. How dare you poison the food?
Sir, I'm being framed. This is just a small business. How would I dare harm anyone?
Stop it.
Grandfather.
This is truly delicious. Old man, I want to ask you who invented such an exquisite delicacy?
To answer you, sir, this golden laughing bun was actually invented by our Fengyang magistrate, Lord Lin.
Lin Feng again, this magistrate actually has such
godlike cooking skills.
To tell you the truth, sirs,
many poor families in Fengyang
all rely on the livelihood.
Lord Lin gave us to have the good life we have today.
I don't believe it. How good can a piece of dough be?
Give me one, too.
Shopkeeper, please give me one as well. The crust is crispy, but not hard. The filling is fresh, but not greasy. It's bursting with juice. The aftertaste is truly endless.
This fried cake is indeed delicious. The recipe for this cake wouldn't be an exaggeration to say it's worth a fortune. This Lin Feng actually taught it directly to the commoners. Could it be that he's not, like he seems so unscrupulous in his greed? Did I really misunderstand Lin Feng? Old man, what's in those boxes those people are carrying? They look quite heavy.
You mean those, sir? That's the silver the gambling house is sending to Lord Lin.
I heard.
These boxes of silver total 100,000 taels.
What, 100,000 tiles? And it's a bribe for Lin Feng from a gambling house.
What's there to be surprised about our Lord Lin not only accepts bribes openly, but also buys and sells official positions?
Fine, what an openly bribed corrupt official who sells positions. How dare he be so brazen?
And here I thought you were a good official. No wonder I felt something was off about everything on the street. It turns out Lin Feng just had people put on a show.
Sir, don't get excited. You've misunderstood our Lord Lin. Lord Lin does this for our own good, my foot. I think you've been blinded by this corrupt official and can't tell right from wrong anymore. Ling Xuan Yunwen, let's go. Come with me to the Yamen to confront this corrupt official.
Grandfather, please calm down first. Something is fishy about this.
Ling Xuan. What do you mean? Is it possible that I wronged this Lin Feng after all?
It's not that you misjudged him, Grandpa. It's just that we have just arrived in Fengyang and know very little about this place. Why don't
we look around some more before we jump to conclusions?
Very well. As it happens, I also want to see other parts of this Fengyang County. Let's walk around then.
Imperial Grandfather, I want to play this again next time, Escape Room. This is much better than the opera troops in the capital.
This Lin Feng has done so many things for Fengyang, but why would he buy and sell official titles?
Grandpa, I think the prosperity of Fengyang County is just a facade created by this corrupt official. It's all an illusion. If he were truly a good official, why was that street vendor so unfazed by his open bribery?
Yunwen is right. When we get to the Fengyang Yamen later, I must question him thoroughly.
If Lin Feng truly is a corrupt official, why would the people of Fengyang praise him so unanimously? Grandpa Lingshan feels this matter is not that simple.
Ling Xuan, I think you've just been deceived by the facade created by this corrupt official. These officials have more schemes than a hornet's nest has holes.
Brother, you shouldn't say that. This Lin Feng.
Daughter. Oh, my daughter.
Father, please go back. I've already made up my mind.
Old man Zhang, you see.
It's not that we're taking her by force, it's your daughter who doesn't want to go with you.
Officer, I beg you to show mercy. Please don't take my daughter away.
Officer, please take me instead.
Look at this mess. It's making me look like the villain here.
You old geezer, get lost.
Stop! In broad daylight. As a government officer, how dare you seize a woman by force?
Humph! This is the rule of our Yamen. Now get out of the way. Don't interfere with my business.
Fine. Well played, Lin Feng. I wasn't wrong about you. You really are a corrupt official who lets his men
oppress the local people.
Open your eyes wide and see who we are.
Brother, there are too many eyes and ears here. If our identities are exposed, things will only get more complicated.
This scoundrel, he's walking all over our Zhu family. If we don't teach him a lesson, where's the dignity of our great Ming?
That's exactly why. We must get to the bottom of this. Officer,
May I ask about this old man? What crime has he committed?
to justify taking his daughter away in the street.
This old man used his daughter as collateral to borrow from Lord Lynn. He borrowed 50 strings of coins. Now that he can't pay it back, our lord naturally has to take his daughter away. Stop wailing, old man. At high noon, be at the county court on time.
Fine, very well. So the prosperity of Fengyang City was actually built by extorting the common people like this.
Calm down, grandfather. Something is fishy when things are this strange. There must be more to this than meets the eye.
What could possibly be the reason? This corrupt official must be winning people over on the surface while secretly committing such heinous acts.
Grandfather, the public trial starts at high noon. Since it's a public trial, why don't we go and see for ourselves?
Ling Xuan is right. I want to see for myself just what this Lin Feng is really up to. If he is truly harming the people, I'll have his head roll right here in the Fengyang court on this very day. Excuse me, friend, look at the time. Why hasn't the magistrate opened court yet?
Lord Lynn right now is probably still sleeping in.
Holding court is the magistrate's primary duty. It concerns the well-being of the people. How dare he ignore it just to sleep in?
Bring in the prisoner.
Zhang Lawson.
1 month ago you borrowed from me 50 strings of silver. According to our agreement.
You now owe me 500 strings.
What? 500 strings.
500 strings of cash. Even if I break these old bones of mine, I still can't scrape that much together. Magistrate Lin, please give me a few more days. I will definitely pay you back.
Zhang Lao-san, back when your wife was gravely ill and you needed money, I made an exception and lent it to you. As a high-interest loan, everything was explained to you clearly face-to-face. Now you want to play the scoundrel. I think you have a death wish.
It is somewhat understandable, but this interest is clearly highway robbery.
Your Honor, I truly have no way to pay it back. I beg you, Your Honor.
Please give me a little more time.
Since you have no money, then use your daughter to settle the debt. It just so happens that I want to have a taste of a 16-year-old girl and see what she's like. Guard, seize this girl and take her to my room. Once I finish this case, I'm going to enjoy myself.
Your Honor, I beg of you, please let my daughter go.
Grandfather.
This corrupt official is absolutely lawless. I'll execute him right now.
Brother, don't be so rash. There must be more to this than meets the eye. Look at the people around here towards Lin Feng. They don't seem to hold any grudge at all.
Lingsman, stop making excuses for this corrupt official.
Brother, let's watch the whole trial first before we jump to conclusions.
You two take Zhang Lao-san, drag him out, and give him a beating to teach him a lesson.
Yes, sir. Your Honor, I beg you.
Ling Zhuan, now do you see he's a corrupt official through and through?
This scoundrel abducting a girl in broad daylight and beating a citizen for no reason, does he think the laws of Great Ming are just scrap paper?
I'm tired. Case closed. Court is adjourned.
Everyone disperse, clear out, clear out.
Hold on. Lin Feng, as the magistrate of Fengyang County, you dare to openly defy the laws of Great Ming, running a private lending scheme and abducting a young woman. How can you disregard the laws of Great Ming, and where is your respect? For the dignity of the imperial court, for your crimes you deserve to be beheaded.
Ah.
By law you should be executed.
Are you finished talking? The law is set in stone, but people are flexible. Don't you understand that? By the time you finish your procedures, that girl's life will be ruined.
What nonsense are you talking? The Ming laws are the foundation of this nation.
How can a corrupt official like you
distort them so brazenly?
Mark my words. Even if the current Emperor Zhu Yuanzhang himself came here, I would still take his daughter in without hesitation.
You bastard.
Do you have any idea exactly who is standing before you? I don't care who you are, guards, throw these guys out.
Yes, sir.
How dare you? Do you know? You corrupt dog. He has no respect for the law. His crimes are heinous.
Grandfather, please calm down.
Sir, is it possible you've misunderstood our magistrate?
Misunderstood?
That dog official right in the court forcibly took a young woman. What's there to misunderstand?
Lord Lin isn't that kind of person.
Enough talk. Yunwen passed down the order Wu Lin, the Minister of Personnel, to immediately lead the Imperial Guard to Fengyang and arrest Lin Feng today. I want that dog official Lin Feng's head to roll. Yes, Your Majesty.
You outsiders, stop talking nonsense if you don't know the facts. Do you even know what Zheng Laosan did? Do you have any idea that the old man in the courtroom just now who was wailing so loudly, Zheng Laosan, is a notorious gambling addict in our Fengyang city?
No matter what he did, it's no excuse for you to snatch a girl away.
Exactly. Even so, Your Magistrate set up a loan shark scheme, and when they couldn't pay back, he took their daughter to settle the debt. It's absolutely heartless.
Bullshit, you've all been fooled by Zheng Laosan. If it weren't for Lord Lin kindly taking Xiaofang in, she would have been sold by Zheng Laosan to a brothel to pay off his debts.
Is that really true?
How do we know you're not just making excuses for him?
Do you have any proof?
If you don't believe me,
you can go ask the people of Fengyang.
If what I'm saying is true.
What this officer says is every bit the truth, that Zheng Laosan is just a gambling addict. If it weren't for Lord Lin's kindness, his daughter would have been pushed into a wolf's den long ago.
Even if that's the case, the magistrate shouldn't violate the Ming laws.
The Ming laws don't mean a thing.
How dare you? You dare to flout the law of the land.
So what if I do?
Lord Lin keeps us fed and clothed. In my eyes, Lord Lin is the one.
Most worthy of respect.
This Lin Feng treats the law as if it were nothing, but why do the people defend him so fiercely? Could it be that he really is a good official?
Grandfather, you don't need to be so worried. This commoner's words may be crude, but perhaps they also reveal some truth.
Hey!
Ling Xuan.
Why are you also helping that corrupt official?
Brother, you're wrong about that. The way Lord Lin acts may be unconventional, but there must be a reason for it, Grandfather. Since you want to know the whole story, why don't we pay a formal visit to this magistrate and meet him in person?
Fine. Let's do as you say. We'll meet him face to face. Officer, we are top merchants from the capital. We have urgent business. We wish to see your magistrate, Lord Lin. Please announce our arrival.
You lot again get lost. Stop being an eyesore.
You.
Officer, we've come all the way from the capital to discuss business with Lord Lin. Could you please help us out?
A mere low-ranking magistrate. And just to see him actually costs money.
A small token of our appreciation. Please accept this, officer. Please, officer, make sure to put in a good word for us with Lord Lin.
Fine. Since you've paid up, I'll go and announce you now.
Ling Xuan, why did you give money to that bullying lackey?
Brother, please calm down. The priority right now is to see Lin Feng. A little money is a small price to pay.
Ling Xuan is right. When we see him, I'll ask him myself why he allows his men to act this way.
You three are in luck. Lord Lin happens to be free. Come on in.
Well, Lin Feng, I'll see for myself if inside your county office it's truly a dragon's den or a tiger's lair.
Please. I beg for your mercy, Your Honor. Please take me in.
I saved you out of my duty as the magistrate. It was simply my job. I don't deserve such a grand gesture. You are an unmarried young lady without any rhyme or reason, staying in the backyard of this county office. If word gets out, it will ruin your reputation.
I'm not afraid reputation means nothing to me. You saved my life, Your Honor. I belong to you from now on.
How about this? I can find a good marriage for you. Find an honest and decent man to marry, so you'll have someone to rely on.
No, I won't marry anyone. I only want to follow you, Your Honor.
Fendi. Take her to wash up. Find some clean clothes for her to change into. Then send her away.
Yes, Your Honor. Miss, please stand up. Don't make things difficult for Lord Lin.
I'm not leaving. I belong to his honor for the rest of my life.
What a fine Fengyang magistrate. I didn't expect that you would be such a debauched and immoral scoundrel.
Gentlemen, this is all a misunderstanding.
You corrupt official. In broad daylight, toward an innocent young lady, you were getting handsy, and you still dare call it a misunderstanding.
Since you say it's a misunderstanding, then I would like to ask you, why did you, to this girl's father, give high-interest loans and try to abduct a commoner girl?
Tell me, old sir. A degenerate gambler, to raise gambling funds, wants to sell his own daughter to a brothel. How should the government handle this?
What does this have to do with the government? Being sold into a brothel. She can only blame her own bad luck.
As an official, you don't ease the people's burdens, but instead act high and mighty, standing idly by. How is that different from being an accomplice to such evil?
Stop twisting the truth here as a county magistrate. You abduct a commoner girl in public and flout the laws of the Ming dynasty by lending money illegally. You should be beheaded according to the law.
Old man, stop trying to pressure me with the Ming laws. Things like the Ming laws only fool someone like Zhu Yuanzhang, that big idiot.
Insolent.
You actually dare to insult the current emperor.
You actually dared to hit me.
You've made me unhappy. Can't I hit you?
A mere county magistrate to be so arrogant. Do you have any idea who I am? I don't care who you are today, not just you, even if Zhu Yuanzhang himself were here.
I would still give him a beating, you corrupt official. How dare you disrespect the emperor of the great Ming?
So what if I'm disrespectful to Zhu Yuanzhang?
If you don't like it, hit me arrogant, open your eyes, and take a good look.
Lord Lin didn't force me. I'm here of my own free will.
Miss, I know you're being coerced by his power. Don't worry, I'll definitely help you.
Are you people out of your minds? I already told you I want to stay and serve the Lord.
You.
Sir, I told you so. Magistrate Lin isn't that kind of person.
Feng Di, take Xiaofang to rest. Yes, sir.
Do you believe me now?
Even so, you must have some ulterior motive.
You idiot, you.
Lord Lin, Boss Wang from the distillery heard you have distinguished guests and sent a special gift.
Bring it in.
1,000 taels of silver, exactly.
Well, Lin Feng, one moment you're forcing an innocent girl, the next you're openly taking dirty money from a gambling house.
What's wrong with playing both sides? Is there a problem?
As an imperial official taking bribes from a gambling house.
And you dare say there's no problem?
What do you take the laws of the Ming dynasty for? I solved a massive problem for the gambling house and saved them from a bloodbath. This money is the reward I deserve.
What you deserve? It's clearly collusion between officials and thugs working hand in glove. It seems today if I don't expose the truth, it just won't do.
Lord Lin.
This Lu Zifeng is from the neighboring Taoyuan County's most prominent salt merchant family. Last time he paid the fee, asking me to help him secure the position of Taoyuan County Magistrate. The matter hasn't been settled yet. I suppose he's here to pressure me now.
Lord Lin, why is your manner so lively today?
Ah, it's Brother Lu. Don't just stand there at the door. Come in and have a seat.
These gentlemen look quite unfamiliar.
These are prominent merchants from the capital. discussing the grand development plans for Fengyang with me.
So, they are distinguished guests from the capital. My apologies for the oversight. I, Lu Zifeng of Taoyuan County, greet you all, Lord Lin, regarding the matter I entrusted to you last time. Thank you for your efforts. This small token is just a gesture of my respect. I hope you will accept it, my lord. Lord Lin, regarding my appointment as Taoyuan magistrate, I'm counting on your help.
Please look after me, Brother Lu. There's no need for such formalities between us. Within half a month, the official seal of Taoyuan County will surely be delivered to your manor.
Then I
shall not disturb your discussion with the distinguished guests.
Farewell then.
Lin Feng, you actually dare to openly trade government offices. Do you have any respect for the imperial court or for the emperor himself?
I, the magistrate, buy and sell offices. What's it to you, you old geezer? What does it have to do with you?
You. Fine. I'll see for myself today just how many heads you have.
Wulin, Minister of Personnel Lord Wu has arrived.
Another one. Wulin. Isn't he in the capital? What is he doing here in Fengyang?
Oh, Lord Lin, sorry to keep you waiting.
These two look a bit familiar, like I've seen them somewhere before.
Lord Lin is truly impressive. 100,000 taels, not a penny short. This humble official is truly impressed.
Listen, old Wu, don't just stand there praising me. They paid the money. You'd better get the job done, the one I recommended last time. The vice prefect of Heijian. Less than 3 months after taking office, you went and fired him. That mess in the end, I had to send people to clean it up, you.
How dare you collude to buy and sell offices in private?
What audacity, Lord Lin. I didn't want to fire him either. It's that kid himself. He let his rival catch him red-handed. A secret memorial was sent straight to the palace. The emperor personally ordered to make an example of him. If I hadn't fired him immediately, the grass on his grave would be 6 feet high by now.
It's that cutie old Jew again. I think the problems of the Ming dynasty all stem from old Jew. He came from a humble background, so he's paranoid all day long. Killing this one today, beheading that one tomorrow, making everyone in court live in constant fear. Which official would dare to actually get things done?
Utter nonsense. Our current emperor works from dawn till dusk.
Striving for good governance, yet in the mouths of you corrupt officials and crooked underlings. How did it suddenly become the emperor's fault?
It's because old Jew's crackdown on corruption was taken way too far. That officials have no way to work freely.
Lord Lin is absolutely right. The emperor came from humble beginnings, and for those of us who started as scholars, he has a deep-seated distrust. With the salaries he set, even capital officials struggle to survive, let alone us local officials. Social obligations cost money everywhere.
Exactly. If we don't find ways to get money from wealthy merchants and rely only on the Ming's meager salary, we'd be lucky not to starve, let alone serve the people.
Bullshit. If the current emperor hadn't cracked down on corrupt officials, do you think life would be this good because of you?
You're the one talking bullshit. Young Master Lu is exceptionally talented. He is well-read, and his understanding of trade and economy far exceeds those pedantic scholars in court. I appointed him as the magistrate of Taoyuan. Not only can he help the locals live in peace and prosperity, but he can also use his business mind and connections to revitalize the local economy. Doubling or tripling tax revenue would be easy. Look at those so-called pure officials. Is there even one who isn't trying to exploit the people and impose heavy taxes just to pad their own political record? Besides writing flowery essays to sing their own praises, what else can they do? Tell me, between these two types, who is the real talent and who is the parasite harming the country?
Oh, Lord Lin is absolutely right that Zhu Yuanzhang has his eyes in his ass. He can't tell the good from the bad at all.
Wulin, you're quite something, aren't you?
You are. Long live the Emperor.
Greetings, Your Majesty Wu Lin. I heard one of your officials bought his position.
Your Majesty is wise. I knew nothing of this. As head of the Ministry of Personnel, I have always been diligent and dutiful. I would never dare deceive the crown.
I am asking you yes or no. Lift your head and look at me. Answer truthfully.
Lord Wu, don't worry, I've got your back. Old man, you bureaucrats aren't happy, are you? Let me make this clear. We do things by the book. These are the rules of Fengyang County. Even if the emperor himself came, I wouldn't change them.
Lord Lin, watch your words. Let's not bring up His Majesty today. I'm begging you, please.
What's there to fear, even if Zhu Yuanzhang himself were standing right here? I'd say the same thing.
You little bastard, arrogant and overbearing, lawless, I'll kill you right now. You've got some nerve, Lin Feng. How dare you threaten me? Let's see how many heads you have to lose today.
Old man, if you dare touch me, you're dead.
No, don't.
Grandfather.
Let go of this traitorous rebel. It would be a sin against heaven not to kill him today. Ling Xuan, let go. Let this brat know what I'm capable of.
Grandfather, if you strike him down now, it might vent your anger. But what will the world think of you when word gets out? How many officials will there be then, who are willing to serve the great Ming? With this one strike, you might silence the critics, but you'll also dishearten every official in the land. Lord Lin, please forgive us. Our family is supported by the Emperor's bounty. My grandfather has spent his whole life remembering the Emperor's kindness, so he cannot stand even a single word of disrespect toward His Majesty. That's why he acted on impulse and offended you so. I hope you can be magnanimous, Lord Lin. In 3 days, we will surely prepare a generous gift and visit to compensate you, Lord Lin.
Lord Lin, something's wrong. Something big has happened.
My lord, at daybreak they're going to act.
They certainly move fast. It seems tonight, the county office. He is destined to be anything but peaceful. Compensation is fine.
For your sake, beautiful.
I'll let this matter slide today, but you three can't leave just yet. Guards escort these 3 distinguished guests to the guest rooms in the backyard. Treat them well.
Without my order, they are not to take a single step out of the backyard. You dare place us under house arrest.
Since Lord Lin has made such arrangements, he must have his reasons. Then we shall comply.
See that the 2 of you grown men combined are no match for this young lady.
Grandpa, I have a plan. Listen to me this time.
Very well. I'll listen to you, girl.
Lord Lin, I have urgent matters at home. I'll take my leave now. Good luck to you.
He's just a mere imperial merchant. Is there any need to be this terrified?
Grandpa, you've had a long day. Have some herbal tea to soothe your nerves.
Ling Xuan. I have killed so many corrupt officials. Could I have really been wrong to kill them?
Grandpa, please forgive my bluntness. Corrupt officials must be executed for harming the nation, but you cannot, just because of a few pests, burn down the entire pillar of the state.
Xuaner, what do you mean by that?
To punish corruption, you have slashed the officials' salaries again and again. It is hard enough for them to support their families. How can they be expected to risk their lives for the great Ming?
If I don't use an iron fist to deter the people who would still submit to the Zhu family, who would care about our great Ming?
Grandpa, this world does not just belong to the Zhu family. It belongs to all the people. Now everyone is working for the Zhu family at the risk of their lives. One mistake and their heads will roll. If this continues, who would dare to act with a free hand?
Sai, you little girl. When did you start taking sides with outsiders? You tried so hard to stop me in the room today. Was it because you were afraid I would lose my temper and hurt that boy Lin Feng?
Grandpa, what are you talking about? It is getting late. You should get some rest, Grandpa.
No need. Although your grandpa is old, I can still walk on my own. Tell me, where is that bastard Lin Feng?
How dare you breaking into the county office with weapons in the dead of night? Do you want your entire clan to be executed?
I don't give a damn who you are. I'll ask one more time. Where the hell is that bastard official Lin Feng?
If you don't talk, I'll start by taking your heads, you cowards hiding in the shadows. You rats dare to threaten me.
Ha ha, you old geezer. Sure talk big men. Tie these guys up for me. We'll kill them later along with Lin Feng.
Yes, boss.
We are imperial merchants by the decree of the Great Ming. How dare you commit violence in the county office against imperial merchants? Aren't you afraid word will reach the capital and the emperor will have you torn to pieces?
This is Feng Yang. No matter how long Zhu Yunzhang's reach is, it won't extend to our Qingfeng Mountain. If he's so capable, tell him to come here himself to bring me to justice.
Boss, she looks so fair and delicate. She's even hotter than the top girl at the local brothel. I'll tie her up and bring her back for you right now. To be your lady of the stronghold, boss.
Yeah. Schwanner.
What's going on here?
What you all wanted to see me that badly?
Lin Feng, why are you all alone? Where are the bailiffs from the county office?
To deal with these losers, I'm enough on my own.
Lin Feng, with just that lousy stick in your hand, you think you can handle all my brothers?
What on earth is Lin Feng up to? Is he trying to drag us down to our graves?
This saves me the trouble of going to your pathetic hideout to drag you out one by one. I'll just wipe you all out tonight. Stand back, so you don't get blood splattered on you.
Lin Feng, there are too many of them. Hurry and call for the bailiffs.
Exactly. Can you really take on 100 men alone? Call for help now.
Call for help. If I, the great magistrate of Fengyang, on my own turf, still have to cry for help, how will I ever show my face again?
Lin Feng, I know you're capable. But I've brought over 100 brothers today. You can't win no matter how good your weapon is. Get him, boys. When we're done, the treasures and women inside will all be yours.
Who said I had to use weapons to bash people?
Quit your hocus pocus. Get him.
Turns out you're such a coward.
Cut the crap. Hurry up and help me up.
Whoa. A one-shot kill.
Was that a musket? No, wait. The Ming Dynasty's muskets are never this powerful. Lin Feng, where on earth did he get these things?
How was that? Want another go?
No wonder earlier today when we held a blade to his throat, he didn't even flinch. It turns out he had been hiding such a formidable firearm on him.
What are you all standing there for? That thing of his must take forever to reload. Kill him now while you have the chance. Whoever takes him down, I'll reward them with 10,000 taels of silver. Damn it. Let's risk it all. I don't believe your firearm can kill all of us at once.
We're finished with so many people attacking at once. It's really over this time.
My apologies, I forgot I have even more powerful weapons.
What kind of firearm is this that's so loud? Dozens of fierce bandits slaughtered in the blink of an eye. If this were used on the battlefield, peace would be restored to the world in no time. Who exactly is this Lin Feng?
Now it's your turn.
Let me tell you, I have 100 brothers outside the courtyard. If you kill me, my brothers won't let you off either.
Since you care so much about your brothers, why don't you go down yourself to keep them company?
Lin Feng. Don't you fucking push me. I'll take you down with me if I have to.
Take me down with you. Do you even have what it takes?
Lin Feng, you fucking forced my hand.
Stop bluffing. Your men are snoring outside the courtyard. They can't hear a thing.
Bullshit. They're here. Lin Feng, your time is up. Men, what are you waiting for? Seize this dog, official Lin Feng, chop him into mincemeat, hump. Are you crazy? Why are you arresting me? Go kill Lin Feng.
Lord Lin, as you ordered, the 100 bandits hiding in the city have all been captured by the Fengyang guards. Not a single one escaped.
Lord Lin, according to the laws of our great Ming, your authorized troop strength is barely 30 men. Where did this 100-man squad of yours come from? And how were you able, without alerting the higher authorities, to capture over 100 fierce bandits in one fell swoop?
My county office's guard unit indeed has fewer than 30 men. However, if every man in my unit had one of these in their hands...
Lin Feng, you bastard. You knew all along that bandits would come tonight.
Didn't you?
So what if I did?
Since you were prepared, why didn't you tell us beforehand you were using us as bait?
What else? If you weren't at the county office, these guys who have been lurking in the city for days, why would they have shown themselves?
Do you have any idea about my sister? My sister, she almost let those beasts have their way.
With me here, naturally. I naturally wouldn't let a beauty suffer even the slightest harm.
Zhang Long, take these prisoners to the county jail, interrogate them strictly. I want to know
everything about their hideout on King Fong Mountain to prepare for tomorrow's expedition to suppress the bandits.
What? Suppress the bandits.
Why don't you believe me?
Fenyang is located at the border of two provinces. The forests are vast, the mountains are rugged. Bandits have occupied this area for a long time. 3 years ago, the imperial court sent troops to suppress them. It only weakened them slightly. It was impossible to root them out completely, and it cost a lot of money and resources. Today, you only managed to wipe out one group of bandits by luck. The rest of them are all hiding in their own dens. How are you going to wipe them out?
Not bad. You've got a good grasp of the situation. But then again, I'll take 5 men tomorrow, and I can take the remaining bandits and wipe them all out.
Lord Lin, I know you're very capable, but suppressing bandits needs careful planning. Don't be reckless.
5 men to wipe out hundreds of bandits. This kid is either crazy or he's hiding something.
Even more terrifying than that firearm, ha ha ha, 5 people to fight bandits? Are you going to be a snack for the Bandit King? This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, ha ha ha.
What? You don't believe the 5 of us can wipe them out?
Do you realize people die in bandit raids? Forget about taking 5 men. Even if you had an army of 5,000, you might not succeed.
Lin Feng Grandpa is right. Fighting bandits is no child's play. I think we still need to plan this carefully.
Fine, I'll show you all today. The #1 general for wiping out bandits' guards, bring out my Italian cannon.
What?
This fellow, what exactly is he up to? 5 men against hundreds of fierce bandits. It is unheard of throughout history.
Grandfather, do not worry. I have already received a secret report. Lord Wu Lin has mobilized 5,000 elite troops from the Nanjali Guard 2 hours ago. 30 li away. They finished gathering at Pofang Pass. As soon as there is any movement here, with a single command, the army can charge in immediately.
This Lin Feng, he'd better actually have some incredible skills.
Otherwise, we can use the bandit suppression as an excuse to eliminate this traitor once and for all.
Old Jew, that hollow in the mountain ahead is the bandit camp of Qingfang Mountain.
Lord Lin, it is getting late. In my opinion, you should immediately send 2 clever scouts. Sneak up the mountain under the cover of night. Scout out the camp's strength. Wait until the 3rd watch. When the men and horses are exhausted, then we will launch a surprise attack. As long as we take down the bandit leader, the rest of the rabble will be no threat.
Grandfather is right. Know yourself and know your enemy, and you will never be defeated, Lin Feng. Do not act recklessly. It is just suppressing some bandits. Is all this trouble really necessary? Trouble. Lin Feng, what do you think war is? If we do not do this, how else do you plan to fight? With just the few of us, are we just going to walk up there and die?
What is this? Is it a magical artifact or some new type of firearm?
Listen up, people of Qingfeng Mountain. I am Lin Feng, the magistrate of Fengyang. All of you are now surrounded by me. Drop your weapons immediately. Open the gates and surrender, otherwise you will all be executed.
What kind of sorcery is this?
Voice from 1,000 miles.
Damn it.
This wine from Fengyang County is stronger than anywhere else, so satisfying. You're mighty, Chief. Ha ha ha. Forget Fengyang County. Even in the whole Nanjili, when they hear the name of Chief Yuan Jin, who wouldn't wet their pants. Ha ha ha.
Chief, this is bad. This is bad.
What's the panic? Is the sky falling down? Tell me clearly what's going on.
The mountain people are coming up the mountain. It's the soldiers from Fengyang County. They want us to open the gates and surrender, or they'll execute us all.
Those weaklings from Fengyang County, they dare come to our Qingfeng Mountain and demand our surrender.
Interesting. How many men do they have? Is it the Nanjili garrison? Have they all come out?
Chief, I looked closely. There are 2 carriages and those on horseback. Seem to be only 9 people.
9 people.
Chief, have mercy. I wouldn't dare lie. There really are only a few of them. The leader is using a strange thing to shout. It's terrifyingly loud.
Playing tricks. I haven't even gone looking for him, that trouble from Fengyang County, yet he delivers himself to my door. I'll show him today how to spell the word death. Boys, grab your weapons. Follow me to the wall.
Kill.
Lin Feng making such a scene, are you afraid they won't know that we're here?
Grandpa, let's leave quickly if we don't leave now.
Once those bandits charge out, none of us will survive.
Look at how scared you are, and you call yourselves imperial merchants. You have no guts at all. To tell you the truth, forget the 300 people in these mountains, even their damn chief. If he comes out himself and sees my master, he'll have to kneel and beg for mercy.
If you want to die, don't drag us with you.
Down there, which suicidal bastard dares to mess around on my turf? With just you few pests, you think you can make me beg for mercy?
Yuan Zhen.
Yuan Zhen.
Grandfather.
Could he be the top fierce general of the former Yuan dynasty? The man known as the Butcher of 10,000, Yuan Zhen.
That's right, it is indeed him. I would recognize him, even if he were turned to ash. Back then, I personally led a massive army, losing tens of thousands of soldiers, yet I still couldn't take this monster down. I never thought he would still be alive and hiding here in the Fengyang region, acting like a bandit king on this mountain.
Lord Lin, this man Yuan Zhen has too much of a reputation. We must not face him head on. Those bandits under his command are likely battle-hardened elites who survived 100 wars. With the few men we have, it would be like throwing an egg against a stone. A wise man stays away from danger. We should avoid his edge for now and plan our next move carefully.
Me avoid his edge.
Of course, Yuan Zhen's strength is unfathomable. We cannot just throw our lives away.
Your Highness, no matter how powerful a man is or how tough his bones are, Can he match the firearms in my hand? Yuan and I, the magistrate, respect you as a man of status. I will give you one last chance. Lay down your arms and surrender immediately. I can still grant you a quick death. Otherwise, I will make sure you and this fortress are wiped out together.
You wet behind the ears brat. Back in the day, even your founding emperor, Zhu Yuanzhang, leading 100,000 troops, couldn't do anything to me, a mere magistrate from a remote border town like you.
What can you possibly do to me, you old fossil? You are no longer a famous general of the former dynasty. You are just a stray dog without a master. How dare you bark in front of me? What a load of dragon flag garbage, ha ha ha.
You deserve to die.
You're just a defeated general from the former dynasty, a pathetic stray dog, barely clinging to life. How dare you wag your tongue before this magistrate, to be honest?
I've seen plenty of remnants from the former dynasty, and they all had some backbone. But besides barking like a mad dog, what else can you do, compared to the other losers from the former dynasty? You're far more pathetic, still holding back.
I guess if I don't get tough with you.
You'll really think.
I'm just talking trash.
You corrupt official, I'll skin you alive.
Humph. Like an ant trying to shake a tree. You're asking for it, you bastard. I'll shoot you dead first. Lord Lin, watch out. He's dead.
We're dead meat now. Lord Leon, are you all right?
Hang in there.
Beautiful, you're a bit too worried about me.
You're shameless, Grandpa. He's not dead.
Go check it out. Schreiner, how is he? Is he dead?
No.
But since their arrow missed, they'll definitely come out in full force to hunt us down. When that happens, with just a few of us, there will be no escape, Lord Lin. We shouldn't stay here any longer before they realize what's happening. We should retreat immediately.
Retreat. In this magistrate's dictionary, the word retreat doesn't exist. There are over 300 of them cold-blooded bandits. How can we attack? Are we just going there to die? No matter how powerful your firearms are, you can't even hit them across these ruins. You're right. My gun indeed can't shoot that far. Humph. At least you have some self-awareness. Since you know it's impossible, don't suffer for the sake of your pride.
Hurry up.
But who said I was going to use a gun? Someone, come here. Bring out my Italian cannon. Push it forward.
Lord Lin, the cannon is in position, ready to fire at any time.
Ha ha ha, Lin Feng, you think this piece of junk can scare me?
Do you take me for a 3-year-old child, Chief? This Feng Yang magistrate is at his wit's end, trying to use this scrap metal to blow us up.
I'll give you one last chance. Crawl over here, lick my boots clean, and I might leave your body intact.
Beg for mercy. You're the one who should be begging for mercy, Lin Feng. Do you really think you're invincible with a cannon, one volley from them? And we'll be turned into pincushions. We'll all be dead by then. A mere 100 archers are nothing to me.
What an arrogant and ignorant brat. I'll show you today the power of the 300 men of Qingfeng Mountain.
What kind of sorcery is this to have such incredible power, this Lin Feng? Just how many more secrets is he hiding from us? Lin Feng has such powerful firearms. How dare he not report this to the court? Does he have no respect for the law? Does he even care about the Zhu family's empire?
All done. Let's wrap it up. You guys should head back now.
Your Majesty, please forgive my late arrival.
As your Majesty commanded.
The troops of Nanjili
have all been assembled, awaiting your Majesty's orders.
Long live the Emperor.
By my imperial decree, all troops set out for Fengyang immediately. Arrest the magistrate Lin Feng.
Grandfather, why do you want to arrest him?
Sister, such a traitor, hiding such world-shattering weapons and keeping them a secret. How is this different from treason?
Enough, Lin Xuan. Everything Lin Feng did in Fengyang I could have turned a blind eye, but he manufactured firearms in secret and failed to report to the court. What are his intentions? With such powerful weapons, a single shot could level a fortified city. By keeping them to himself, does he intend to declare himself king in Fengyang? Instruments of the state must never be in private hands. I will never allow anyone to shake the foundations of our great Ming.
Grandfather, forgive me, I was wrong.
Generals, hear my command. March straight to Fengyang, capture Lin Feng alive. If there's any resistance, kill them on the spot. All troops, move out.
Target the Fengyang County office.
Lin Feng.
You have committed a heinous crime.
Surrender now and stop resisting. Elder, looking at this display, I assume you are not at all.
Imperial merchants from Yingtian Prefecture, but rather royalty from the capital.
Humph, Lin Feng, now that it's come to this, since you recognize my identity in the presence of the Ming Emperor, why haven't you knelt?
So this old man really is old Jew. This bastard actually came on an incognito tour to Fengyang, just to entrap me, brother. Oh no, your majesty, this incognito visit of yours really kept me in the dark. But if I may be so bold to ask, exactly what crime have I committed that is so unpardonable that your majesty would go to such great lengths and mobilize an army to seize me?
Death is at your doorstep, yet you're still making excuses. Lin Feng, as the magistrate of a county, you are corrupt and pervert the law, publicly colluding with merchants, buying and selling official positions. You even abuse your power.
Forcing common women into your manor, most unforgivably, you dare to stockpile powerful firearms with the intent to rebel. Do you plead guilty? Yunwen, step back. Lin Feng, let me ask you, these charges of deceiving the emperor and harming the nation and its people, do you admit your guilt or not?
Your majesty, please hear me out. I took Lu Zifeng's money to use it for the development of Fengyang. As for forcing women, I was rescuing them from misery. How can that be called kidnapping? These two charges I cannot accept.
Then let me ask you, how do you explain the firearms? You manufactured such powerful weapons in secret without reporting to the Ministry of War. If that's not rebellion, what is it?
Your Majesty, the reason I didn't report them is because they are still very unstable, often exploding and causing injuries. I intended to wait until they were fully tested and stable and completely refined before reporting to the Imperial Court. To give Your Majesty a surprise, you're talking nonsense. Just now at Mount Qingfeng, your firearms were lethal. There wasn't a hint of instability.
Unstable. Then let me ask you another thing. That thing that can level a mountain, the Italian cannon that leveled the stronghold, what on earth is that?
Your Majesty, my Italian cannon was developed specifically to deal with those vicious mountain bandits. It was custom made. Furthermore, the cost is extremely high. The manufacturing process is complex. Mass production is simply impossible.
What a sharp-tongued Lin Feng, you brat, in my presence. Not a single word of truth comes out of your mouth, Wu Lin.
At your service.
Take this arrogant and defiant official, this corrupt official who illegally made weapons, throw him into the death cell. Tomorrow at noon, we will hold a formal trial.
As you command, men seize him.
Hey, let me go.
Don't move.
Since your majesty wants a trial, then tomorrow in the courtroom I will settle these accounts with your majesty.
I only hope, Your Majesty.
Won't regret arresting me then.
Stubborn to the end. Take him away.
Lin Feng, as the magistrate of Fengyang County, you abduct women. You collude with local merchants, you sell official positions, you line your own pockets, you are a scourge to the people. For every single one of these crimes, do you plead guilty?
I do not plead guilty.
You insolent fool, death is at your door and you're still stubborn, your actions forcing usury on the people. Tearing the clothes off decent women in the streets, accepting 100,000 taels of silver from salt merchants. We saw all of this with our own eyes. Do you think we are blind?
I don't know if you're blind, but I know you're quite the actors. You can say I offended the emperor, and was disrespectful to His Majesty. But you and your grandsons concealed your identities for an incognito visit first. Ignorance is no crime. What did I do wrong?
You're just twisting words. Also, you can say I'm a corrupt official and that I love money more than life. But you absolutely cannot say I harmed the people during my 3 years in Fengyang. The people of Fengyang, every household is well fed and well clothed. No one picks up lost items on the road. No one locks their doors at night. Who have I harmed?
Lin Feng, since you dare to say you haven't harmed the people, then why did you take massive amounts of silver from merchants and sell official titles? What was your purpose? And you secretly manufactured powerful firearms and refused to report it to the court. What was the purpose of that?
I took silver from merchants to get things done for them. I was just following the unofficial rules of the Ming Dynasty.
Insolence. Our Ming Dynasty selects officials through the imperial examination, selecting the best of the best. Since when did we need money to get things done?
I took that money from the merchants. Wasn't it all to deal with you, those high-ranking officials in the capital, for people like us from humble backgrounds, even if we have immense talent? If we don't suck up to those above and those complex networks of connections, or send them money to pull strings, how could we ever become officials?
If I weren't corrupt, my position as magistrate of Fengyang would have been taken by someone else long ago. I take their money to build Fengyang. My conscience is clear.
Good, what a clear conscience. Let's set aside official matters for now. You manufactured firearms in secret and refused to report it. Why? Do you have no respect for the court?
Don't you understand? If I had told the court how to manufacture those firearms, those lords in the Ministry of Works would only act superior and boss me around. They would demand more and more, forcing me to improve and modify them, providing more blueprints and materials. And in the end, the risk of failure and all the expenses and profits would have to be borne by Fengyang County alone. Why should I do such a thankless task?
Nonsense. You dare to bargain with the court. You're plotting a rebellion.
I only care about the people of Fengyang.
Good, what an arrogant man who only cares about the people. Since you feel the court owes you, and since you have such disregard for your sovereign, I'll grant you your wish for loyalty today. Guards, take this rebel Lin Feng away, throw him into the death cell. Tomorrow at noon, behead him at the Meridian Gate.
Your servant obeys your decree.
Grandfather, please don't.
Lord Lin, I am truly sorry. If I had told you directly back then that the other party was His Majesty, perhaps you wouldn't have ended up facing execution.
Sigh. Don't think like that, Wu. Even if you had told me then, His Majesty doesn't need a reason to kill me.
For a talent like you to be wrongly beheaded for nothing is truly a misfortune for our great Ming.
Stop with the gloomy talk, Wu. It's not certain whether I'll die tomorrow.
Lin Feng, look what time it is. How can you still be so relaxed?
Princess.
Thank you for your hard work, Lord Wu. I have a few words to say to Lord Lin. You may leave.
Yes.
I'm surprised the princess actually came to see me. I'm truly flattered. It's just spending a night in the cell. The environment is a bit poor, but I enjoy the peace.
Peace, I heard it loud and clear. Grandfather said that at noon tomorrow you will be executed at the Meridian Gate. No matter what. I will definitely go beg Grandfather to make him rescind the order. You can't just die like this.
Sigh, to have a place in the heart of great Ming's most noble princess. Even if I, Lin Feng, die right now, it would be worth it.
What nonsense are you talking? I'm being serious.
Don't worry, like I said, being in the same room as the Princess of Great Ming, I'm already very satisfied. Besides, your grandfather can't kill me.
Why, that's an imperial decree.
The secret cannot be revealed. Wait until tomorrow and you will know.
The hour has arrived, Lin Feng. It has come to this. Do you have any last words?
I have nothing to say. Since ancient times, everyone must die. Sooner or later, we all end up the same. If you're going to behead me, just do it. Don't miss the appointed time. Grandfather, why waste your breath on this guy? Just execute him and be done with it to uphold the law.
Strange.
Why isn't this kid afraid at all?
Your Majesty, I have something to say.
Granted, as long as you confess your crimes, I might consider showing mercy.
Old Jew, I won't say much else. I've taken a liking to your granddaughter. If you agree to betroth your granddaughter to me, to live her life with me, Lin Feng, I will immediately hand over the Italian cannon and the manufacturing plans for the AK-46, the complete blueprints presented with both hands.
Lin Feng, you traitor, you dare mock the royal family at death's door. You're asking for death.
If you're not willing, then I have nothing more to say. Just do it. Stop stalling.
Fine, I'll grant your wish today, men. Off with his head. Execute him.
Wait, stay your hand?
Halt, this is the execution ground. Do not be insolent.
Your Majesty, Lord Lin is a good official. He is our incorruptible official. You cannot kill him, Your Majesty. Show mercy.
Indeed, Your Majesty. Fengyang's prosperity today is all thanks to Lord Lin. Please investigate thoroughly, Your Majesty.
He, Lin Feng, abducted women and colluded with merchants to sell official posts. Every single act is a capital offense. Such a corrupt official, and yet you still plead for him.
Your Majesty, you have wronged Lord Lin. In the 3 years since Lord Lin came to Fengyang, we have finally lived like human beings.
Your Majesty, perhaps you should disperse them first. All this noise is delaying the execution. Lin Feng, do you think hiring all these shills right here to stage this drama of public appeal will make my grandfather believe you? Your Highness is joking. This is the crime of deceiving the Emperor, a capital crime leading to the execution of the entire clan who would risk death for a little money. Or is it that in your eyes, Your Highness, the people of Fengyang are all as stubborn and fearless of death as I am? You stop your clever talk.
Fellow villagers, all of you stand up. If you have any grievances, tell them to me in full detail. I will see justice done for you today.
Your Majesty, we have no grievances.
Lord Lin is the best official in the world. Please see the truth, Your Majesty. You must not listen to the slanders of villains and wrongly execute a good official who serves the people.
Grandfather, please calm your anger. Grandfather, you often taught me water can carry a boat, but it can also overturn it. Now that the people's hearts are with him, there must be a reason. Please reconsider, Grandfather. Give Lin Feng a chance to defend himself.
Fine, Lin Feng. Today I will give you a chance to explain. I will start with the first charge. Why did you collude with court officials to buy and sell official positions? And why did you conspire with gambling dens to profit from them?
Old Jew, the annual silver the court allocates to Fengyang is only 500 taels, but this 500 taels isn't even enough to hire someone to weed your ancestral graves. You sit there in the Golden Hall, waving your hand for peace and prosperity. But do you know, to build Fengyang into what it is now, a place where no one picks up lost items and doors stay unlocked at night, how many workers had to be mobilized, and how much money and grain it cost?
You're just being unreasonable. Can you ignore the law and sell offices just because you're short on money?
Old Jew, why can't you get this through your head? If I don't get money, the people of this town will starve.
Don't kill me, help me, Lord Lin.
Let him go. This is my county registrar. Old Sue, give the Emperor a report on Fengyang's finances. Tell him how many workers the county office is currently employing.
Your Majesty, for all the construction in and around Fengyang plus road repairs, mining, and building factories, we have hired a total number of commoners of over 37,400 people.
Nonsense. A mere Fengyang County has a permanent population of only a few tens of thousands. Where did 30,000 workers come from?
I wouldn't dare lie. These 30,000 people are mostly not locals from Fengyang.
Then who are they?
It was in the 23rd year of Hongwu refugees who fled the floods in Henan. Lord Lin took them all in and let them work in Fengyang for food.
Over 30,000 mouths. The grain they eat every day is like a mountain. If I didn't fleece those rich salt merchants or skin those gambling den owners, how could I support these 30,000 refugees with your 500 taels of silver or with the Great Ming Code to feed them with empty promises?
Show him those ledgers in your arms. Every entry has a source. All of it was used for Feng Yang's infrastructure and for disaster relief.
Grandpa, watch out for fake ledgers.
Shut up. When I was winning the empire, how many accounts did you even see? These records are perfectly airtight. Who could possibly create fake accounts on such a scale?
Grandpa Shenner told you long ago Lord Lin is by no means a wicked man.
Hold on, beautiful. Don't start flattering me.
Wait. There's a huge expense on these accounts. Explain this to me. The 24th year of Hongwu. 80,000 taels of silver for the Bureau of Military Research. What kind of department is this Bureau of Military Research?
Bureau of Military Research. It sounds like a place for developing weapons. Lin Feng, you're manufacturing weapons in secret. You're planning a rebellion.
Lin Feng, you better explain this to me.
The Bureau of Military Research is for upgrading firearms.
Upgrading firearms? You're just a mere magistrate and you spent 80,000 taels on upgrading firearms. What are you trying to do?
What am I trying to do? To protect the Fengyang city that I worked so hard to build. Sophistry Fengyang is located inland. There are no border threats or bandits. What do you need firearms to protect? You clearly want to build up your own power. No border threats. And no bandits, little prince. You really should leave the palace and see the world. Is your head full of water? How dare you insult me, old Jew? Do you think the court's firearms are invincible, or do you think the Ming Empire is rock solid?
Our Ming army swept through Maobei. Are you saying our powerful firearms are a lie?
Sai, it seems you've also been by those below, those bastards who only report good news blinded. You asked me why I make my own firearms. This story goes back to the year I first took office in Fengyang. That was the 22nd year of Hongwu, when I first stepped through the gates of the Fengyang Yamen. In the 22nd year of Hongwu, I passed the imperial exam as a second-class graduate. Filled with ambition, I came to Fengyang County to take office, but when I pushed open the Yamen gates, the weeds in the courtyard were taller than a man. In the ancestral home of the great Ming Emperor, I couldn't even sound a proper drum of grievance. The drum skin had long been gnawed away by rats. On my first day in office, because I couldn't pay their salaries, more than half of the guards ran away. What nonsense. The imperial court has fixed regulations. How could they withhold local salaries? Go ask the Ministry of Revenue about their regulations. Which year did they not withhold local grain and funds? But that was a minor issue. In the 23rd year of Hongwu Henan suffered a massive flood. The Yellow River breached its dikes. The court's disaster relief grain never arrived. Starving refugees were driven to trade their children for food. Hundreds of thousands fled south like a swarm of locusts. These victims fled to Fengyang. Outside Fengyang City overnight, a dozen bandit camps appeared. They were all outlaws and thieves gathered in the mountains.
They robbed merchants and raided the villages for supplies.
At their most arrogant, thousands of them surrounded the city gates shouting insults.
Such things actually happened. Then how did Magistrate Lin hold the city?
I couldn't hold it. I once led the guards and the young men recruited from the county out of the city to suppress the bandits, but we were beaten like dogs. Useless. A high-ranking official of the court couldn't even handle a few groups of rebels. Young master, those bandits were armed with high-quality iron sabers and full sets of leather armor. Now look at my men. They had rusty butcher knives and sharpened bamboo poles. How was I supposed to fight that war?
Nonsense. The Ming military controls weapons very strictly. Such sophisticated military equipment, where would bandits get them?
You should ask the Ministry of War and those high and mighty lords at the Ministry of Works on the black market. If you have enough money, they would even sell heavy cannons by the pound.
Even so, Fengyang has a local garrison stationed here. Why didn't you request troops from the garrison to quell the rebellion?
Request troops from the garrison. Don't make me laugh.
What are you laughing at? Would the garrison dare to watch you die without helping?
I even kowtowed to the Chiliarch. I rode through the night to reach the Fengyang garrison. I knelt before the Chiliarch's tent begging him to deploy troops. In the end, he said garrison troops are only under the control of the Ministry of War and the commander's office. Local officials have no authority to move them.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Those are the rigid rules.
It was useless. The Chiliarch finally told me the truth. He could deploy troops. But moving the camp required a mobilization fee, 10 taels of silver per head, 10,000 taels for 1,000 men. I was a poor county magistrate with holes in my pants. Where was I supposed to get 10,000 taels of silver? Old Jew? If I didn't make firearms, was I supposed to just wait to die? Sophistry. Even if you developed firearms for self-defense. After you made them, you hid them and didn't report it and stockpiled them privately. If that's not planning a rebellion, what is it? These firearms, when I manufacture and use them, I have to be extremely careful. One moment of negligence. Just one moment of negligence and you die on the spot. If others used them without my guidance, the casualty rate would be as high as 90%. How could I hand them over?
In firearms research, safety is the top priority. Your consideration seems thorough enough regarding the firearms. I'll let you pass for now. But when I entered the city, I saw the east side was a total mess. Huge areas of land aren't growing grain, but are covered in factories instead. It says Fengyang No. 1 Steelworks here, Great Ming Imperial Soap Factory, and Shengshi Textile Mill. With this extra money, why didn't you buy more farmland for the people?
With over 30,000 refugees, no amount of farmland would be enough.
Then you should have found ways to provide relief. Building these factories, isn't that just neglecting your proper duties? Old Jew. Opening the granaries to give out food. By the time it reaches the refugees' bowls, it's nothing but plain water. Do you think building a few factories can save 30,000 people?
Yes. This is the concept I want to teach you. Work for relief.
Explain what relief through work means.
Old Jew, have you done the math? The court sends 100,000 pickles of relief grain. It leaves the ministry and passes through the prefectures. By the time it reaches the counties, it's been skimmed off at every level. Only a few grains are left in the victims' bowls. When victims go hungry, they revolt. Then you send troops to suppress them, which costs even more money. It's a bottomless pit. But what if we put them to work?
Work?
In my steel mills forging iron or weaving in textile mills. As long as they work hard, they get a hot meal and monthly wages. When people are busy, they have hope. Who would want to rebel then? The steel, cloth, and soap they produce, I sell it all at high prices to wealthy merchants in the south. The silver I earn is used to buy affordable grain from Hugang. It stops the riots, feeds the families, and generates tax revenue. 3 birds with 1 stone.
How many refugees can your factories take in?
5.
5,000 good. Settling 5,000 refugees is enough to ease my heart.
Old Jew, you're thinking too small. It's 50,000 arrogant. How dare you claim 50,000? What's the total population of Fengyang anyway?
Shut up! No joking in front of the Emperor. Can you really settle 50,000 people?
The ledgers are all with Su Genshing. You can check them one by one.
Good, you are truly my Zifang. With such a brilliant strategy, the Great Ming will be worry-free for eternity.
That old man sure changes his tune fast. Finally, my life is saved. Grandfather, you can't let him go. He was just making excuses.
Don't be fooled by this treacherous official.
Brother, stop making false accusations.
Ling Xuan, what's gotten into you? Why are you still defending him?
I'm not crazy. Lord Lin built the cannons. We would have died by bandits' blades last night without him, without the factories he built. The outskirts of Fengyang would be full of starving refugees. He's saving the people from misery.
See, the people aren't blind. You want to execute me? Ask the people of Fengyang if they'll allow it.
Release Lord Lin, release Lord Lin.
Ha ha ha. Good, I shall follow the will of the people today. Lin Feng, magistrate of Fengyang, illegally manufactured weapons and built unauthorized factories. These are unpardonable crimes. However, for settling the refugees and protecting the peace, his merit is great. His merits and faults cancel each other out. He is to be released immediately.
Your Majesty is wise.
Lin Feng, what is that rapid-fire weapon of yours called?
A matchlock gun.
These matchlocks are far more powerful than the ones from the Armory Bureau. Can these firearms be issued to the entire army right now?
Old Jew, you're dreaming big. If I could equip the whole army, I would have done it already. Insolent. How dare you speak to the Emperor like that? I think you clearly have ulterior motives, keeping the secret formula to yourself. You don't know, Jack. These barrels must be made of refined steel and the process is complicated. We just can't scale up production.
Refined steel. What is that? Can you take me to see it?
Since your majesty wants to see it, then I'll show you around.
How much iron can this produce in a day?
30,000 catties of raw iron, 5,000 catties of refined steel.
Impossible. An entire prefecture of the Ming Dynasty can't even produce 30,000 catties of iron in a year.
Brother, look closely at those bellows. They're all powered by water wheels. They run 24 hours a day. The fire is much hotter than a normal blacksmith shop, over 100 times hotter. There's no need for Lord Lin to lie.
Excellent steel. If we used this kind of refined steel to forge standard Ming swords against the Oirat heavy cavalry, wouldn't it be like slicing through butter?
Using this steel for swords, it's not flexible enough. They'll definitely snap after a few clashes. To truly forge a tempered steel blade, you'd have to spend 10 times more countless silver and a huge amount of labor.
A pity it can't be issued to the whole army. Can you make me a custom suit of armor and a sharp blade at least?
Sure, as long as you pay, I'll have someone send it to the capital once it's done.
Ha 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 ha! Good lad, you really won't take even a small loss.
Now that we've seen everything, let's go back.
Lin Feng. Fengyang is too small a pond to hold a true dragon like you.
Cut the crap, old Jew. Just say what's on your mind.
Come back to the capital with me. As long as you implement relief through work and spread your money-making factory methods nationwide, you'll have free reign in the Ming court.
Grandpa, he's just a 7th rank magistrate, jumping 5 ranks at once, rising to the top in one step. The officials and generals, the officials and generals. How will you convince them?
I gave him the rank. Who dares to object? If they object, let them come to me.
Lord Lin, the capital is vast. You can surely realize your great ambitions there. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I can go to the capital, but not right now.
Why not? Could it be as a 2nd-rank position not good enough for you?
This mess in Fengyang hasn't been fully cleaned up yet. Once I've finished everything in Fengyang, and the factory's on the right track, it won't be too late to find you in the capital.
Ha ha ha, good. You're a good official who takes responsibility finishing what you start. I'll be waiting for you in the capital.
Now that your highness has heard of his deeds, what do you think of him?
Arrogant and utterly disrespectful.
The boy's actions seem absurd, but every move is actually calculated. That work for relief policy is truly a masterstroke of governance. It can solve the refugee crisis and even generate mountains of gold and silver. It's a pity I wasn't there to hear his explanation.
His rapid-fire firearms are what I truly covet. If my entire army in Beiping could be equipped with them against the Oirat cavalry, there would be no need to sacrifice so many lives.
A talent with such world-shaping abilities, if I could bring him under my command, our great cause would be assured.
I heard he didn't even show respect to the emperor. He even turned down the post of Minister of Works. Would he be willing to follow me to a desolate place and endure hardships?
Everyone has desires. As long as we find a weakness, there's no nut we can't crack. Besides, a letter arrived from Beiping recently. While the princess was out, she caught a severe cold and is now bedridden. At the right moment, we can use the princess to persuade him.
That method could work, but don't use it unless it's a last resort.
I understand. Why don't we go inside and see, and have a chat with him?
Fine, let's meet this local big shot.
Stop that knocking. The magistrate's office isn't seeing anyone today. Lord Lin needs to rest.
Officer, please bear with us. I am Deju. This is my friend, Tao Suzy. We are merchants from Beijili. We have a big deal we'd like to discuss with Lord Lin in person.
Big merchants from Beijili fine. For the sake of this silver, I'll go and announce you. But Lord Lin just went to sleep. Whether he sees you, I can't guarantee. My lord, my lord.
2 merchants from Beijili are here. They say they have a big deal to discuss with you personally. Get lost. What big deal? I'm rich enough to rival a nation now. Tell them to get lost.
Then I'll turn them away. Wait, the leader said his name is Daiju, and there's someone called Tao Shuzi with him. What strange names.
Daiju and Tao Shuzi from Beijili. Stop, get back here.
My lord, didn't you say you have enough money and won't see them?
You know nothing.
Quick, open the gates wide, politely invite them to the drawing room.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to keep you two waiting. Coming all the way from Betrayal. It must have been a long journey.
Lord Lin, despite your busy schedule, taking the time to meet us.
It's my honor. These two don't look like ordinary people.
I thought he would be an old and experienced man. But he's barely older than Gaochi. With such world-shaking talent, if I can get him to Beiping, our great cause will surely succeed.
Boss Dai, you're looking for a big deal. What caught your eye here in Fengyang?
Soap, cement, fabrics, and silk, I want them all. Price is not an issue.
You have quite an appetite. Beijili is a vast territory, but the competition is also fierce. Which trade route do you usually take, Boss Dai?
To be honest, Lord Lin, I've been doing business beyond the Great Wall for years. Furs, ginseng, and eastern pearls. The western regions and the northern grasslands, I cover them all. My firm's caravan
travels through the western regions, and the north, the Land Silk Road. That's a place where you can sell broken glass for a fortune, a real gold mine. You have quite an appetite. Beihili is a vast territory, but the competition is also fierce. Which trade route do you usually take, Boss Dai? If we only trade soap and silk. Boss D, after coming all this way, your vision would be too small.
As long as you're willing to supply the goods, Lord Lin, I'll take on any business.
Splendid someone from under the bed in my bedroom, bring up that black leather chest.
It's full of colored glass. For free. Lord Lin, I've been in business for many years.
There's no such thing as a free lunch.
What are the terms?
The terms are simple. It depends on how big your appetite is, Mr. Dai, how much stock you can handle.
My caravan is doing well, but I still need to consider carefully. How many pieces do you have, Lord Lin? 5? 10, even if I have to sell everything I own, I'll take all 10.
You're a man of great ambition, Mr. D, so why do you sound so petty?
What do you mean, Lord Lin?
If you want the rights to my Fengyang glassware for the northern Jili region, you must buy at least 50 pieces, not one less, or no deal.
50 pieces, Lord Lin. Are you making fun of me? 50 pieces of top-grade glassware can't be found in the whole Ming dynasty.
Here in Fengyang. As long as I give the word. If you want 100 pieces or 200, they're ready for pickup anytime. It just depends on if you can afford it. Fixed price, 500,000 coins. That's 10,000 per piece. If you buy in bulk, I can give you a discount.
100 pieces.
What did you say?
I'll take 100 pieces for 1,000 coins.
Good, you really are bold, Mr. D. Excellent.
Feng Di, pour some tea for Mr. D. This is the Lu family's business from Jiangsu.
The material is good, the dyeing is also pure. But this kind of silk isn't exactly a rarity.
True. Although it's good, it's not a rare commodity worth hoarding.
What if the price of my silk compared to the cheapest goods from Suzhou and Hangzhou is half the price?
What did you say, Lord Lin? Half the price?
That's right. Not only is it half the price, but no matter how much you want, my textile factory can produce it.
Glass and silk. The concrete roads built on the way here are all the work of this man. Such an extraordinary talent. If I could get him to Beiping to serve me, my grand plan would be more than halfway to success. I must win him over.
Old Jew is truly my lucky charm. First he tells me to clear out the warehouse, and then he sends this fat sheep from the north right to my door. Not only can I clear the inventory, but I can also make a fortune. Mr. D, the deal is done. It's getting late. I'll be your host. I've prepared some wine in the backyard. Please join me for a simple meal.
This guy is very proud. Money won't sway him. I must win him over through friendship. Since you've invited me, Lord Lin, I would be honored to drink at the same table with such an extraordinary man as you. Is my good fortune in your Fengyang territory, Lord Lin. There's actually such authentic northern food.
You're always traveling beyond the Great Wall, Mr. Dai. You might not be used to the delicate southern food. I specifically told the chef to roast this. Give it a try. Eating meat alone is no fun. Try some of my private brew, Mr. D.
Great wine. I've traveled all over the country, but I've never smelled such a powerful aroma.
This is called Mautai, one sip, and it feels like a blade in your throat and fire in your chest. I was afraid you wouldn't like it, Mr. D.
That's a joke. When I'm beyond the Great Wall, I drink strong liquor like water.
Take it easy, Mr. Dye.
How refreshing, Brother Lin. I like your style. If you ever run into trouble in Beiping, just mention my name.
You're very generous, Brother D. But your business is so large, from the western regions to the northern desert, bandits and outlaws are everywhere.
Bandits, they wouldn't dare touch my goods.
My glass and silk are worth a fortune. Once they leave the Great Wall, they will surely attract unwanted attention. I wonder, how large is your security force? What's the scale of it?
Your Highness, you've had too much to drink. This secret must not be revealed.
5,000 men. I wouldn't have guessed your security force. Brother D is almost as large as a regular Ming garrison.
50,000.
Ha ha ha, 50,000. You're really drunk, my friend. A merchant caravan supporting 50,000 people.
Do you think the Imperial Guards are blind? I'm not bragging. To be honest with you, even the Tatars have to steer clear of my men.
Stop boasting. Who do you think you are, Judy, the Prince of Yan?
Brother Lin, believe me, I'm not bragging.
My friend training 50,000 troops doesn't rely on rigid formations. Ever heard of the 3-3 system tactics?
What is the 3-3 system?
3 men form a combat cell, one for the main assault, one for cover, one for support. The cell forms a triangular formation. They spread out and support each other. Even if they're split up, they can still fight independently. This is called tactical infiltration.
And another thing. Where are these 2 books?
I have them all right here.
Such divine training methods, if applied to the Prince of Yan's guards, wiping out the northern deserts would be child's play. This kid is a God-given genius, Brother Lin.
Boss, don't be reckless. We need to discuss this further.
Get lost. Discuss what? Missing out on such a genius would be a sin. Lord Guan above and the earth below be my witness today. I become sworn brothers with Lin Feng to share fortune and endure hardship together.
This northern brute's grip is insane. Oh well, making friends with a wealthy merchant is a good way to get rich.
Good brother. From now on, your 4th brother will protect you in Beiping. If anyone dares to touch a hair on your head, your 4th brother will chop them to pieces.
4th brother, are you Judy?
Some things are better left unsaid. Saying them out loud could cost you your head.
Stop the act, 4th brother. When we were becoming sworn brothers just now, that aura of yours, like you could conquer the world except for that one person, His Highness the Prince of Yan, guarding the border in Beiping. There's no other Jew in the Ming dynasty like that.
Ha ha ha.
Besides, what merchant could understand the 3-3 system at a glance?
Since everything's out in the open, I won't hide it anymore, Lin Feng. What's the point of being a lowly county magistrate? Come to Beiping with me, I'll grant you a title of Marquis.
Not going.
What did you say?
Beiping is too dusty. It's not as comfortable as my Fengyang besides. A couple of days ago, the old man just left my place. He just left. And I'm supposed to run off with you right after 4th brother. Do you think I've lived too long? Or do you think you have? It's true that father just left. If I take Lin Feng with me so suddenly, it might implicate me too. I must find a way to keep it a secret. So, 4th brother, we're still brothers. Business goes on as usual. But about going to Beiping, let's wait for later.
Fine, I can wait, Taox Suzy. Let's go. That 3-3 system, have you figured it out?
This humble monk just ran it through my head 3 times. If an army can be formed like that, the horse archery of those northern tribes would be a joke. This young man's talent is even beyond Lu Qingtian. If he cannot be used by your highness, he will surely become a great threat.
The old man has met him but didn't take him away, nor did he kill him. This is strange. This kid is like a hedgehog. Forcing him won't work. I have to make him beg to go to Beiping.
Your highness is referring to that batch of glass and silk.
It's thousands of miles from Fengyang to Beiping bandits and refugees, and those starving garrison soldiers, they're all like hungry wolves. Didn't he brag about how great his longmen escort is? I want to see if his few dozen men can deliver millions worth of goods intact to my palace.
Your Highness means to have the Prince of Yan's guards pose as bandits.
Not just pose, but also strike hard. I want him to understand. Without my protection, his little tricks and medical skills are worthless against absolute military force.
Once he hits a wall on the road and starts begging for help, I will descend from the heavens. By then, this kid will have nowhere to go but Beiping.
Brother Lin, about what we discussed last night, I am serious about it. Beiping is pressing for it, this batch of glass and silk.
I plan to set off today. Sure, fourth brother. Once payment is settled, you can just take them away.
Taking them is easy. Protecting them is the hard part. To be honest, on my way here, I heard many bandits have their eyes on Fengyang's riches. My servants. Though they can handle themselves on horseback, but protecting so many precious items. Brother Lin, is your Dragon Gate escort agency really up to it?
In the territory of Fengyang, if you fly the flag of my Dragon Gate escort agency, even the King of Hell would steer clear.
Humph. Fengyang is your domain, Lord Lin, but what about outside Fengyang? Past the Yangtze River, it's crawling with refugees. The garrison soldiers are as poor as ghosts. Your dozens of escorts with just a few gunpowder kegs, can they really hold off those starving wolves? In my view, this job is risky.
Risky, my foot. My Dragon Gate escort agency travels everywhere, relying on sheer strength.
Brother Lin, you're just a civil official after all. It's fine to command from the county office, but out in the middle of nowhere. When you hear the sound of hooves, your legs will probably give out. The skill of staying alive still depends on people like us, rough men who trade their lives for money.
Ju the Fourth, who are you looking down on? I'll lead the team myself. I'll personally deliver the goods to you, right to the gates of the prince's mansion in Beiping.
Brother, don't be reckless. Swords have no eyes. If anything goes wrong, I can't afford the loss. A county magistrate like you.
Cut the crap, we leave in 3 days, sharp. When the time comes, I'll show you what a special ops escort agency looks like.
Fine. Then I'll head back to Beiping to make arrangements. I'll have fine wine ready at the Prince of Yan's mansion, waiting for your grand arrival, brother.
Damn, I've been played by that old fox. Beiping is nothing but sand and wind. Why am I even going there?
Master, I heard you're going to Beiping. I heard the rouge and powder in Beiping are the best. Master, please take me with you.
All right, I'll take you. I really can't say no to you.
Your Highness, are you really using the Yan guards to ambush Lin Feng? Is this escort agency really worth such a grand display?
You don't understand, Lin Feng is a slippery fellow. He claims he'll escort it personally. Who knows what he's really up to? Those firearms he created? Even the Emperor hasn't figured them out yet. We'll use this robbery as a cover to see what the Longmen escort agency is really made of.
Please reconsider, Your Highness. Lin Feng's matchlock guns are quite powerful. The Yan guards are your pride and joy. If they really clash with firearms and the losses are too heavy, how will we end this?
I've mobilized 50 Yen guards this time, all equipped with the latest adamantine armor. As long as the charge is fast enough, the guns won't have time for a second volley. Then I'll put a blade to his neck and see if this magistrate Lin's knees buckle.
Since Your Highness has it all planned out, this humble monk is relieved. I just hope Lord Lin has good fortune.
And doesn't get scared to death by the Yan guards.
Scared to death. It's better if I have a valid reason to kidnap him back to Beiping and keep him in the Prince of Yan's mansion to make firearms just for me.
Sir, wipe your sweat. There's not even a tea house in this wilderness. What a misery.
That Prince of Yan is so stingy, he didn't even leave any guards, leaving you to do all the hard work.
You don't know anything. This is a show of strength. Ju the Fourth wants to make a fool of me, not a chance.
Gourd Valley is just ahead. The terrain is treacherous. Everyone stay sharp.
Sir, something's happening.
An escort team ahead. Listen up. I'm only after money, not lives. Leave all the glass and silk on the carriage. Take your women and get lost. If you dare say no, my blade won't show any mercy.
Friends on the road. Do you know what flag is on this carriage Longman Escort Agency? I don't care if you want money or lives. If you touch Lin Feng's goods today, you'll all end up as fertilizer here.
Ha 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 ha, what an arrogant brat with just those fire sticks in your hands. Boys, let's show them what a cavalry charge looks like. Kill!
Thou the fourth playing these games with me, this murderous little act. Do you really think I'm that easily intimidated? Longmen Escort, battle formation, 3-stage volley, fire.
Lin Feng told you long ago that fire poker of yours might work on petty thieves, but against the tempered steel of our great Ming, it's nothing but a joke. Men, roll over them.
Brother Jew, you're determined to see who's better, aren't you? Then I'll play a bigger game with you. Longmen Escort, hear my command.
Bring out those
special little toys. Our Yan King's guards are world-renowned for their swordsmanship. They're just as formidable as the northern barbarians, that insignificant Lin Feng.
Let's see how you handle this now.
Fire. Throw.
What kind of sorcery is this? Where did all this dust come from? Ah, my eyes.
Arg, help.
Where are they? Could they have vanished into the ground in broad daylight?
Chief, this is bad. The archers we stationed in the rear have all been wiped out.
There are only a few of them. How did they sneak around to the back?
There are only 30 of them at most, and they're guarding several large wagons to bypass the heavy cavalry in front and sneak to the rear.
Chief, I'm not lying to you. The brothers didn't even see a shadow of the enemy. They all just collapsed out of nowhere.
Who is it?
Chief has no wounds, not even a pinprick. He just fainted like that.
Ghosts. There are ghosts. Something invisible is attacking us. Don't come over. Stay back.
Stop panicking and hold your ground. Form a formation with your backs against the rocks. Everyone, gather around. Hey, wake up. Invisible arrows. No, if they were arrows, it's impossible for there not to be even a red mark. What kind of sorcery is this?
Invisible arrows. Brother Jew, you really aren't that bright. I have no use for such low-level hidden weapons. My gadget is far more effective than hidden weapons.
So, are you convinced yet? Now, tell your men to drop their swords. Squat down with your hands behind your heads. If I'm in a good mood, maybe I'll let you off easy.
You want me to surrender in your next life? These cheap tricks, you really think I can't break this? What are you all waiting for? Throw the sand up, all the dirt on the ground, throw it all into the air. I've got you now. Cut them to pieces.
Sigh. You just had to do this the hard way.
What kind of sorcery is this?
Brother Jew, you're the only one left.
If you don't surrender, I'm gonna play dirty.
Bring it on.
I've been fighting my whole life.
You think I'm scared of a brat like you? Hey. Ah. Show yourself if you've got the guts. Fight me one-on-one. What kind of man uses cheap shots?
Fine, I'll grant your wish.
You jerk, Lin Feng. You're really playing for keeps.
Oops, my bad, Brother Zhu. You haven't surrendered yet. How about I give you another hit?
No, I give up.
Stop right now, anymore, and I won't be able to have kids. This is an invisibility cloak.
I didn't control my strength well just now, Brother Jew. Please bear with me. Are you all right? I have some wound medicine here.
Get lost. Can your medicine fix what's down there? You recognized me a long time ago, didn't you? You recognized me and you specifically aimed for that spot?
Just how wicked are you?
Brother Jew, look what you're saying. You were the one who insisted on testing my escort agency. If I didn't show some real skill and show off a bit, how could I live up to your efforts?
This is what just knocked my men flying.
An air gun. It uses purely compressed air to hit people. The power is adjustable. Turned down, it can knock someone out. Turned up, you get the effect you just saw. No blood, no marks, a must-have for robbery and murder.
This is truly great stuff. If I gave all my elite special forces, these things plus that invisibility cloak of yours, facing the Oirat cavalry, I could sneak into the enemy camp amidst 10,000 troops and take their general's head right off his shoulders. Lin Feng, come to Beiping with me. Name your price.
No way. There's plenty of money for me to make in Fengyang. Why go to Beiping to eat dust? Count me out.
Why are you so stubborn?
Hey.
Hey. What are you doing? This is taking years off my life.
Brother, I'm at my wit's end. Asking you to go to Beiping this time isn't just for the firearms. I received a letter a few days ago saying that Schwanner fell ill while visiting Beiping. She's been calling your name all day long. If you don't go, she might not make it through the winter.
The little girl is sick. What are the symptoms? Didn't old Jew send imperial physicians?
They saw her, but none could find what's wrong. Shanner stares at the glass you gave her every day. Just go to save a life, okay?
Sir, the princess is so cute, you should go see her.
Yes, sir, I heard the mutton hot pot in Beiping is delicious. Let's go check it out.
Fine, I'll go, all right. It's a deal, then. I'm only responsible for the medical treatment and delivery. I won't get involved in anything else.
Good, brother. I promise I'll treat you like royalty. We'll set off immediately.